We stand with you in mourning, but also in gratitude that God gave this country George and Barbara Bush, and that they may now be reunited in the light of his grace.
Friends, family, and colleagues saying a final farewell to President George H.W. Bush in the nation's capital, a place where he dedicated a huge part of his public service. This morning, loved ones, including his service dog, were in attendance as the president's flag-draped casket was taken from a funeral home in Tanglewood to Ellington Field to make a final journey to Washington, D.C.
Tonight, team coverage of how the president will be remembered over the coming days and the tribute taking place here in Houston tonight.
And we begin our live coverage here at 5 o'clock with a live look inside the Capitol Rotunda in our nation's capital. An arrival ceremony just wrapping up for President Bush. The Rotunda will be open for public viewing at 6:30 this evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight as we continue our special coverage of the life and legacy of President George H.W. Bush. Over the next couple of days, the public will get their chance to pay their final respects in Washington before his funeral at the National Cathedral.
Then the president's body will return here to Houston for a funeral, followed by his burial in College Station. Channel 2's Jacob Rascone begins our coverage live from Washington, D.C. And Jacob, I know you're seeing long lines of people gathering to honor the president.
Lauren and Bill, what a remarkable American moment. This is only the 5th state funeral that Americans have held and mourned a fallen president in the last 50 years and really lived up to all of the tradition, all of the precision with the ritual and everything that you might expect from a moment like this. And you got the sense from talking to people here from Texas, from Florida, from all over the country, that whatever your political persuasion, as you look back at the life of George H.W. Bush, you can recognize that there is something greater than the division that we so often feel and hear about today, which is the service above self that many recognize across the country that 41 gave.
It's so final and so sad, even though he did live a full life. We're gonna miss him in Texas.
I just felt it was the right thing to do. He's an American hero, accomplished leader, and just a terrific man.
What is the special connection for you?
Well, I grew up in Midland, Texas.
41 believed that the only just use of power was to serve the people, and I think he did that and set a great example.
Just an iconic American, iconic Texan, a true leader, a man whose life was about love and family and faith, and we'll miss him greatly.
And that was Congressman Pete Olson, one of the many representatives from the Houston area who was inside during that ceremony. And of course, this is only the beginning of 4 days of a state funeral, 3 of which will take place right here. The public lining up, all of those you heard from the Texas area, among those waiting in line, hoping to get a chance to see 41 Lion State during this historic moment. Reporting live at the Capitol, I'm Jacob Rascone, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Historic indeed. Jacob, thank you. This afternoon's ceremony at the U.S. Capitol comes hours after Air Force One flew President Bush's body from Houston to Washington, D.C. A departure ceremony took place this morning at Ellington Field. Channel 2's Joel Eisenbaum is live downtown with the Houston community and how we are remembering former President Bush.
Lauren, in the northwest corner of downtown Houston stands this monument to President George H.W. Bush. He has left an indelible mark on this city, and that is a point not lost on Houstonians today.
On a cool, crisp Monday morning in Houston, President George H.W. Bush set out on his last trip to Washington.
It's not like there's mourning and sadness. My dad lived 94 amazing years.
In the president's own neighborhood, Houstonians lined the route. Around 9:45, his motorcade made its way through 26 carefully orchestrated miles. The Loop, our favorite workaday roadway, now pressed into presidential service. Then, at 10:30, at Ellington Field, a hero send-off for President George H.W. Bush. And while there were plenty of them, you didn't have to be a dignitary to be part of something special Monday.
Oh, there it goes. We just love the family. He was a great man.
We both think a lot of this president, and
So we wanted to come see if we could get a glimpse of the Air Force One taking off with him.
Later in life, you're going to appreciate your mom taking you here.
Well, he was born this year, and I wanted him to see a little bit of history.
Just today, this monument to President George H.W. Bush was refurbished. Today, it looks a lot like it did when it was unveiled in 2004. We're live in downtown Houston tonight. I'm Joel Eisenbaum, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Joel. Then tonight at 7 o'clock, the city of Houston holds its celebration of life to honor President Bush.
It will take place on Herman Square in front of City Hall, and we will carry that live here on Channel 2. Anchor Keith Garvin is live downtown with a look at the preparations there. Keith?
Hello, Lauren, Bill. Yeah, some big names are going to take the stage here at City Hall to honor and celebrate the life of President Bush. Rehearsals continue at this moment as we speak, as we are now less than 2 hours away from that celebration. Dozens of people are expected to attend tonight's celebration, which is hosted by the mayor's office. Many will remember the celebration for former First Lady Barbara Bush when she passed away just this past April. Among those taking the stage here tonight will be gospel music singer and Houston native Yolanda Adams, country music singer Clay Walker, Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers, who I believe are rehearsing for us tonight right behind us right now, and the Houston Symphony as well, which is going to perform 4 pieces. Now, the mayor has asked people to show up wearing colorful socks. He's also asked people to bring new pairs of colorful socks so they can be donated to those who are part of the homebound section of the Interfaith Ministries of Greater Houston Meals on Wheels program. We know that the president loved and supported that program. We also know that he loved and supported those very colorful socks as well. So our Sophia Beausoleil is also here downtown, and Sophia's going to take a closer look at tonight's celebration. Sophia.
Well, Keith, folks have started to show up, and you can take a look at the folks in this front line. I spoke with a man named Elijah. He said that he just felt compelled to be here to pay tribute and respect to the 41st president. Now, I spoke with Neil Bush, the president's son, on Saturday, and he said specifically that he is very grateful to Mayor Sylvester Turner and the city of Houston for this celebration tonight, along with everything that they've done for the former First Lady, Barbara Bush, when her funeral took place back in the spring. So all day crews got ready for tonight. It's at 7 o'clock. You can come by, enjoy the music, and pay your respects to the president. And we've heard this all day. It's not about mourning. It's about celebrating such a tremendous life of our former president who passed away on Friday. So we'll be here all night, and we'll give you full coverage of all the excitement in order to pay our respects to President Bush. Reporting live from downtown Houston, Sophia Beausoleil, KPRC Channel 2 News. Back to you, Keith.
All right, Sophia, thank you. And as Jacob mentioned from Washington just a little bit ago, tonight through early Wednesday morning, President Bush will lie in state in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda. And then Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock, the president's funeral will take place at the National Cathedral there in Washington, D.C. From there, the president's body will be flown back here to Houston. And beginning Wednesday night at 6:45, Mr. Bush's body will lie in repose at St. Martin's Episcopal Church in Tanglewood. And then on Thursday morning, a private funeral for the president will take place at St. Martin's. He will then be taken by train to College Station for his burial. That does it now for our coverage here in downtown Houston. We will be back with more starting at 6 o'clock. For now, Bill, Lauren, back to you.
All right, Keith, thank you. This afternoon, Union Pacific gave us an up-close look at locomotive number 4141, the George Bush locomotive.
Very unique story here. It's going to be used to transport President Bush's body to his burial place at his library at Texas A&M. Here's a look at the memorial route from Spring to College Station on the right-hand part of your screen there. Our Mario Diaz spoke with a couple of Houston students who are making plans to be along the train route. To watch that, Mario is joining us live in College Station with the story. Mario.
Bill, when one plans to move into a new residence, they never anticipate having a ringside seat to history within a few months. But that is exactly the case for the 2 young men that I came across today, as the president's journey to his final resting home will come right before their front porch. Just down the road from George Bush Drive, in the shadows of Kyle Field, sits the intersection of Fidelity and Wellborn. a few miles from where the 41st president stands at his library.
HW's meant so much to the country as a president, but also to Houston.
Nick Lanza from Bel Air and Drew Johnson from West U are sophomores at Texas A&M. They also are Astros fans and best friends. Come Thursday, they will spend the day watching history pass them from their second-floor balcony.
Pretty much every day we hear the train going by, and it pretty much shakes our house. But to know that HW is going to be on that thing is pretty amazing.
It's just unique and special for me just to witness such a great man come 30 yards away from my home as he passes by.
Nick says the long ride home will be symbolic.
I just think the fact he's coming on a train is just kind of shows how unique he was, and he was as a president and a person. That's the way he's always wanted to be. He was a special person.
And it will be a special moment once the train pulls up here on a Thursday afternoon, approximately 1.5 miles from where I stand. The final resting place is behind those gates. They will be shut until at least Saturday. A security guard telling me that once the museum reopens this weekend, those gates will be open to the public come Saturday. Reporting live in College Station, Mario Diaz, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
All right, Mario, thank you. Our special coverage of President George H.W. Bush will continue in just a moment.
But first, a reminder that the open enrollment period for the Affordable Care Act ends on December 15th. And tomorrow, KPRC is teaming up with Telemundo and the Houston Health Department for a phone bank to answer your questions. That phone bank will take place from 11 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. and then resume from 4 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. We'll be right back.
Here at Channel 2 News today, we understand not everyone's a morning person.
Good morning! This day is going to be everything. Wake up, Corey! Hashtag beautiful day. Stop. Okay, you come on. You come on. We got to treat this as a four-way stop. Oh, no. Those are so overpriced. And coffee will help make you live longer.
American-made WeatherTech car mats and floor liners. Shop WeatherTech.com today.
Deal Talk. When you're powering up for a video game binge, try my new chili cheese or triple cheese and bacon curly fries for just $3.
Jack, just so you know, I was like this close to totally destroying your planet until I heard about those fries.
That's so thoughtful. Try my new $3 sauced and loaded fries.
I get a lot now that I have a Medicare Advantage plan from Memorial Hermann.
I get the medications I need.
I get local gym benefits.
It gives us peace of mind.
Even for emergencies, wherever we are.
I get access to a vast network of hospitals and physicians.
And I get it all with no monthly plan premium.
Memorial Hermann Advantage. Get it before December 7th and get the care you deserve. Hurry, call 1-877-261-0279 or go online.
For top quality floors at rock bottom prices, come to Floor & Decor.
The largest tile and wood place I've ever seen in my life.
It's every color, it's every style.
It's a one-stop shop. We got exactly what we wanted, and we paid the price that we were looking for.
Why wouldn't you want to save money and make your house look great?
The Design Center is total inspiration.
These guys know their stuff.
Hands down, the best place for floors, no question.
Floor & Decor. You have to see it to believe it.
You know when you're at Ross and the holiday spirit just hits you? Yes. Or when you get the best deal on a treat for your best friend?
Oh, yeah.
Or when you score a magical gift at an unbelievable price?
Yes!
Oh, yeah. That's yes for less. Ross has you and your list covered with gifts you'll love to give. And it feels even better when you find them for less at Ross. Yes for less.
Deal Talk. My new $3 sauced and loaded fries with curly fries and all beef chili or triple cheese and bacon are perfect for a late night video game binge.
I would destroy the entire Sarkanian Armada for those fries.
Or you could just pay $3.
Or that.
Try my new $3 sauced and loaded fries.
Over the past few days, we have spoken with a number of Houstonians who have shared their fond memories of President Bush with us.
And tonight we're hearing from the son of a former Houston fire chief who says the president and his father bonded over their love for helping others. Channel 2's Phil Archer is live now in Tanglewood with the story. Phil?
President Bush made a lot of friends in Houston, and for 5 decades, one of them was the city's late fire chief, Eddie Corral. The Corral family remembers. A handful of mementos remain to mark a fireman's friendship with the president. Eddie Corral's father joined the Houston Fire Department as a rookie in the 1950s and rose to chief 3 decades later. Along the way, he made friends with an ambitious young oil man, George Herbert Walker Bush.
They were close. They were close.
Both men found a common bond and commitment to public service. They lunched often.
Ninfa's was the spot, though, the navigation spot and Cadillac Bar.
As president, Mr. Bush kept in touch, sometimes on short notice.
He was out mowing the grass, and the president called, and hey, Chief, how's it going? Well, George called me. I was out mowing the grass.
The president remembered his friend when Corral Sr. was appointed chief in '92 and when he retired a decade later. And Mr. Bush put in a call to his hospital room when heart surgery put Chief Corral in a coma.
And the minute she said George Bush, my dad's eyes opened, and he held his hands up and took the phone call.
A talented amateur artist, Chief Corral sculpted this bust of Lincoln for the president that sat in the Oval Office. And when Chief Corral died in 2015, Mr. Bush, too ill himself to speak at the service, was there in his wheelchair for his old friend and his family.
Just a camaraderie and friendship, and good times are bad, you know, and there were a handful of bad times from my dad that he picked the phone and was always there.
George H.W. Bush remembered as a caring friend and good neighbor by the Corral family and by the city he chose to call home. Reporting live in Southwest Houston, I'm Phil Archer, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Phil, I remember being surprised when they wheeled President Bush into Eddie Corral's funeral. I was there to deliver the eulogy and very surprised to see him there, but they were good friends.
I remember that.
Thank you for the memories, Phil. Former President George H.W. Bush's funeral will honor his lifetime of service.
The president, as you know, was known for his colorful socks that he wore, and part of the tribute to his service will be the socks he wears when he is carried to his final resting place. The design of the socks displays military jets flying in formation, a nod to Bush's service as a young naval aviator in World War II. Bush's spokesperson tweeted a picture of the socks along with the mention of the USS George H.W. Bush, the aircraft carrier named after the former president. President Bush's funeral has prompted former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to postpone their speaking event in Sugar Land tomorrow. The Clintons were supposed to appear at the Smart Financial Center, but today they announced they will travel to Washington to pay their respects to Mr. Bush. In a message on Twitter, Hillary Clinton said they're excited to come to Sugar Land next year as soon as they can find a date. Former First Lady Michelle Obama is also changing her tour plans to attend President Bush's funeral. Her book tour was scheduled to stop in Paris and Berlin this week, but she's decided to return to the U.S. to honor the 41st president.
Our coverage of President Bush's life continues at click2houston.com. You can view a photo gallery and video of the president's casket being transported from Houston to Washington. Also, we invite you to send us your photograph with the former president. He is probably the most photographed president with ordinary Americans in the history of the Union. I mean, everybody is posting pictures on social media of their pictures with the president. I posted a few of my own, of course. And so, Lauren and Frank, send us your photos of your fun socks tributes to Bush 41. Just email them to share at click2houston.com.
And a quick reminder about tonight's programming change here on Channel 2. At 7, you can watch our live coverage of the City of Houston's tribute to President George H.W. Bush. Then at 8 o'clock, catch The Voice, followed by Channel 2 News at 10 o'clock.
We'll welcome Frank back. He's been away taking care of his prostate cancer thing, and we find out this week
how well it worked.
Yes, we should get some good results, hopefully.
I know you're very optimistic.
I'm very optimistic, yeah. And then we'll watch it for a while. So, nice to come back to great weather.
Oh, man.
It's going to cooperate with everything going on with the Bush funeral through Thursday, and then, so the timing is great on that. Friday falls apart.
Same thing in Washington, the timing is good, right?
Yes, all the way through, all the way through. So at least no one has to worry about that part of this, so that's good. And then, look at that, this was this morning.
Glorious day.
Absolutely beautiful. And yesterday was amazing, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, whole weekend.
Terrific weekend. Nice week ahead. Hope you are enjoying it. Temperatures today only to the upper 60s, but that's where they should be. Normal 67, 68 at Bush, Hobby 69, Galveston at 66. So if you're heading out and about, take a sweater. It's going to cool quickly with the sun going down in just a few minutes. North winds at 14 are going to continue to pull this cool, dry air in. So overnight, upper 30s and low 40s. Right now, upper 50s north, 60s. 62 to 65 Bush to Sugar Land, 65 Pearland, 64 on the island. There's that north wind, 13, 16, 14 miles an hour. So it's still pretty formidable right now. It's going to calm down overnight and the next couple of nights. So it's going to be cool, certainly to wake up to, and then warm as much as we can towards 60 degrees. Here's a look at the numbers. 7 o'clock, we'll be right there in the mid-50s, low 50s north. Overnight, dropping into the mid-40s at midnight, upper 40s around town. And as we go into the 6, 7 o'clock number, that's when we see the upper 30s north and west and low 40s as we go to 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it's going to be on the cool side for sure. And then highs tomorrow, 55 by noon, almost to 60 in the afternoon. So not too bad, but still light jackets all the way across. I want to show you the jet stream because it's cutting right across Texas. That's no real concern until we get toward the end of the week because of this system you see winding up there in the Pacific. That's going to drop in with the jet, continue to move into the United States, but into Los Angeles, that area. As it does that, that means that we get a big storm coming in here on Friday. High pressure for tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday, all looks good. You'll notice the winds start to turn, especially Thursday. We'll be on the warm side, and we'll see more clouds coming in. It's Friday, that system moves across, and as it does, showers and thunderstorms with that front. We could certainly see some severe weather move in here. Looks like late Friday into Saturday. That's right now the window of opportunity. But look at the rainfall amounts. I'm starting to see some of these brighter 4-inch colors around our area. So especially north of I-10, 3-4 inches of rain as we go into the latter part of the week and beginning of the weekend, but it clears by Saturday afternoon. So great weather Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, strong storms Friday into Saturday morning, cold tailgating on Sunday, and then we start the next week in pretty good shape with a shower return toward the end of the forecast period. So at least today, obviously beautiful, and the next 3 will be nice. It's Friday that we'll keep a close eye on.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Frank.
You bet.
So as we head to break here, a look at today's other news headlines.
A man charged in a robbery and shooting that killed a 4-year-old girl has learned his fate. What a jury decided today.
Is your furnace not up to the task this winter? Call today for our $59 furnace tune-up special.
My family has provided trusted service to Greater Houston for over 70 years. Trust our village to take care of yours. Village Plumbing and Air. Call 713 Repairs.
This year, we did our holiday shopping without leaving this porch, thanks to H-E-B Delivery. Real game changer. We could order food for Christmas dinner, new cookware, and even gifts for the grandkids, all online. Which is nice, because I don't like driving much anymore. No one likes you driving. There's our delivery. It's my spiral ham.
Enjoy Christmas like a kid again with H-E-B, where shopping is easier with delivery and curbside pickup. H-E-B, bring home the holiday magic.
What's in Potter? The Smash New York and West End Harry Potter parody is coming to Houston. Potter plays December 11th to 30th at the Zilker Hall. Tickets at thehobbycenter.org or by calling 713-315-2525. Get yours now.
Good morning, Houston. Tomorrow's here. We're Constellation. We power your home. And we do much more. Like our new electricity plan that includes protection for your AC, with alerts that will actually tell you if something's wrong, and no charge for repairs. All in one great electricity rate at constellation.com/getmore. An energy company that just sells electricity is so yesterday.
Is your furnace not up to the task this winter? Call today for our $59 furnace tune-up special.
My family has provided trusted service to Greater Houston for over 70 years. Trust our village to take care of yours. Village Plumbing and Air. Call 713 Repairs.
Here we are again, seeking answers to the same old questions.
24 hours after living through that horrific mass shooting.
Back-to-back devastation.
These helicopters looking for any body of water to make drops on that massive inferno.
New developments in a robbery that led to a 4-year-old girl's death.
Yeah, one of the men accused in that deadly robbery will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Ava Castillo was shot and killed in 2016 when 3 men tried to steal her mother's purse in the Greenspoint area. Now, Ava's mother and sister survived the shooting. Today, one of those men, Philip Battles, was found guilty of murder and has been sentenced to life behind bars without the possibility of parole. The other men involved are Pharrell Darter and Marco Miller. Darter is serving a 60-year sentence for his role. Miller is scheduled to stand trial beginning December the 12th.
A teen in the Oak Forest and Garden Oaks area is missing. This is 16-year-old Jared Chapelat. Family members say they last saw him before he went for a jog Sunday night by their home on Sue Burnett Drive near West 43rd Street. Please contact Houston Police if you know of his whereabouts.
We'll be right back.
Why play anywhere else? Golden Nugget Lake Charles, a 2-hour drive from Houston.
From old and dirty to sparkling new, Shower Doors of Houston can transform your bathroom with new frameless glass. Our frameless shower doors and enclosures come with a lifetime warranty, and you can't beat our competitive pricing. Call or click to book your free in-home consultation today.
We've come so far. I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. Some pain and seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe. Someday these will be the good old days.
I did some early shopping this year. One for you, one for me.
I love it. I got us a little something too.
Yeah?
Yep. One for you and one for me.
I love it.
Oh, actually, that was supposed to be for me.
I love it.
And I love that you love it.
I love it.
I like red.
It's the GMC Denali season to upgrade. Get over $5,700 total value on this Terrain. Plus, get $1,000 purchase allowance when you finance through GM Financial.
Our nation uses about 800 million gallons of petroleum and petroleum products every day. We use this energy to heat our homes, fuel our cars and airplanes, and provide the feedstock for our nation's manufacturing and agriculture industries. It's in our clothes and shoes, cell phones, computers, makeup, contact lenses, even medicines and life-saving medical devices. Where does it come from? 2.5 million miles of pipeline transport this energy across the country. This is the most environmentally sensitive, safest, and least expensive way to transport the energy we need. At Energy Transfer, our more than 10,000 employees monitor and manage a nationwide network of pipelines built to last with American materials, American workers, and American ingenuity, bringing energy to families like yours. Visit energytransfer.com to learn more.
From old and dirty to sparkling new, Shower Doors of Houston can transform your bathroom with new frameless glass. Our frameless shower doors and enclosures come with a lifetime warranty, and you can't beat our competitive pricing. Call or click to book your free in-home consultation today.
Before we go, another reminder about tonight's programming change here on Channel 2 at 7. You can watch our live coverage of the City of Houston's tribute to President George H.W. Bush. Then at 8 o'clock, catch The Voice, followed by Channel 2 News at 10.
Frank rejoining us for a final look at weather.
And for that tonight at 7, beautiful weather out there.
Right.
Yeah, grab a jacket. It's certainly going to be on the cool side when that sun goes down. 54 at 7, 53 at 8, and 51 at 9. So right there in the cool 50s, but clear skies. Temperatures remain on the cool side tomorrow. 58, 60 on Wednesday. A little warmer Thursday. No rain chances until we get to Friday. And then with that, some heavy rain and strong storms.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Frank.
And thank you for joining us. Nightly News is next.
And we'll see you again at 6 o'clock.
NBC Thursday. Christmas comes early to Superstore.
If your daddy says you can't have this, scream your head